Hello, today we're going to be talking on Unit 7, 7.5, Indoor Air Pollutants. The basic thing you need to know is be able to identify indoor air pollutants, and then there's a whole horde of things that you need to know. Basically, essential knowledge, carbon monoxide, particulate matter, natural sources, human sources, air pollutants such as radon, mold and dust, and so forth. So developing versus developed country. Developing countries use more subsistence, in other words, stuff that is there, such as wood, manure, charcoal, what we referred to last unit as biomass. These biomass fuels release carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, particulate matters, and nitrous oxides, and volatile organic compounds. All these can cause deforestation because they may be removing too much of the trees. They often combusted indoors with poor ventilation, leaving high concentrations of the carbon monoxide, particulate matter, and so forth. An estimated 3 billion people globally cook with these subsistence fuels, resulting in somewhere between 3.5 and 4.3 million deaths a year because of either carbon monoxide poisoning, asthma, or chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases, or other. In developed countries, we use more commercial fuels such as coal, oil, natural gas supplied by utilities, typically burned in closed, well-ventilated furnaces, stoves, etc. The major indoor air pollutants in developed countries come from chemicals and products, adhesives in furnitures, cleaning supplies, insulation, and lead paint. Particulate matter and asbestos. Particulate matters are a common indoor air pollutant. For example, smoke from indoor combustion or cigarette smoke, dust, or asbestos. Asbestos is a chemical that is long silicate particle used in insulation. Why? Because it is flame retardant. It has also been linked to lung cancer and a disease called asbestosis, which is not a good disease to get. It has been used, but it's no longer used for the last 40 or 50 years. It's faded out of use, but it's still found in older buildings in their attics or their ceilings. Not dangerous until the insulation is disturbed and the asbestos particles into the air and the respiratory tract. They should be removed by trained professionals with proper respiratory equipment, ventilation in the area it's being removed from, and plastics to seal off. We had to have it removed from our ceiling in our living area. We had to move out for about a week. It was a little bit scary doing this. Carbon monoxide is produced by incomplete combustion of basically any fuel. Not all the fuel is combusted due to low oxygen or low temperature. For example, in a garage, you run your vehicle too long in a closed garage, you get carbon monoxide poisoning. What happens though is that this can kill people because the hydrocarbons, not enough oxygen get it to it, produces carbon monoxide, and it binds to hemoglobin. It's actually stronger than oxygen. So oxygen cannot get it off. And what's also scary is that it makes your blood actually redder. So you do not, if you're normally suffocating, your face turns blue or something like that. But here, you turn actually redder. It looks normal. It's lethal in high concentrations, especially where there's not enough ventilation. In developed countries, carbon monoxide is released into homes by improper gas furnace ventilation. It can be detected by carbon monoxide detectors similar to smoke detectors. Please get them, at least one per home. Developing countries, it can be anything biomass combustion that you're using for heating or cooking. Volatile organic compounds. Basically, it's a chemical used in any home product or gasoline that easily vaporizes, enters the air, irritates the eyes, lungs, and bronchioles. For example, adhesives or sealants used to glue carpet down, hold furniture together, has volatile organic compounds. One of them is formaldehyde. It used to be a common adhesive, and particle board or carpet glues no longer used. Cleaners such as household cleaners and deodorizers such as Febreze. Plastic and fabrics both can release volatile organic compounds or from the adhesives used in production. Radon gas. Radon gas is a radioactive decay particle from uranium, naturally found in rocks. Some places it has it higher than others. For example, up by Santa Barbara area, they have a higher level of radon. So it usually enters the home through cracks in the foundation and then goes up through the basement foundation into the rest of the house. And so radon, if there's uranium below, radon goes up. And if there's cracks in the floor or in the walls, it will get into the house. It can also come through the groundwater and come into the body through the drinking water. It's the second leading cause of lung cancer after smoking. Sorry about that. EPA recommends testing homes with airborne radon monitors. You can get that at your local hardware store. So if you're going to college soon, you may want to think about that. If you're going to live in an apartment or something like that, you may want to get radon tests done. What you need to do is, if you do find radon, you need to seal the cracks in the foundations to prevent it from entering into the home. Dust and mold. Natural indoor air pollutants can worsen asthma, bronchitis, COPD, and emphysema. I have asthma. I have allergies, and therefore dust and mold is nasty. Dust settles in homes naturally, is disturbed by movement, entering air, and it enters the respiratory tract. Mold develops in areas that are dark and damp and aren't well ventilated, under sinks, showers, behind panels. Sometimes if we have severe rains, it can seep down into for example, El Nino, it can seep down into the house and develop really nasty mold, either underneath or up in the attic. Black mold is a class of mold that releases spores into the air. This black mold is especially harmful to the respiratory system. We had a teacher that moved over someplace, and they did not have proper shingles in the house, and the last El Nino, they got black mold. It can be used by physically cleaning, and then you have to fix the water leak or ventilation issue to lead to prevention of mold forming. Lead. Lead is found in paint in own homes before 1978. Paint chips off windows, walls, and it is eaten by small children because they're curious. They put anything in their mouth, and it tastes sweet. Or it can be inhaled as a dust that is after the paint is broken up. Lead pipes in old homes can release the lead into the drinking water, such as what happened in Flint, Michigan, but it's less common than lead paint. Both of these damage the central nervous system, especially children, because of their very rapidly developing brain and their small size. It can be removed by stripping the lead paint and repainting with non-lead based paint. Lead pipes can be replaced by cities with copper pipes. FRQ. If we look at this, we can see the number of children tested versus the years. It goes from 1997 up to 2015. Over here is percent blood level as a percent of children tested. You can please explain a cause for the trend and confirm blood lead levels above 10 micrograms per deciliter as a percentage of children tested between 1997 and 2015. And I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much.